Hello everybody, Nubkeks here, and today I just want to do a short video running you through what I think is the best build for Anduin. Having played him for a few days now on the live servers. Oh, my webcam fell over, hang on. There we go, I fixed it. We good now? My head's not getting cut off? Okay, we're good. So yeah, I've played a bunch of games with him, and this is what I think is overall the best. So let me run you through it right here. By the way, this is Anduin's theme from the WoW Legion soundtrack. It's really beautiful. Alright, so here we go. Level 1, Bold Strategy. This one is pretty much a no-brainer. Both of his other level 1 talents are extremely powerful. You've got Renew, which makes your flash heal do a big extra heal over time. It's almost as much as like half an extra flash heal entirely. So that's extremely powerful, over 5 seconds. And then the other one, I can't remember what that's called, but that gives you healing whenever you do damage. So your basic attacks, every single hero you hit with Divine Star will proc this small little heal. So that sort of stuff adds up over time to, again, a lot of extra healing overall. The disadvantage of taking both of these is that it increases flash heal's cooldown by 1 second. I don't think this is that bad, though. Obviously, Renew by itself is more than worth it because it does so much extra healing. And again, I feel like just the consistent extra smart healing, it heals the lowest health target, the other level 1. I think it's more than worth it. Flash heal's got quite a long cast time as well, so you spend quite a bit of time actually standing still casting. So just having extra healing value for free, without having to spend as much time casting flash heal, I think it makes Bold Strategy a no-brainer choice. That's the one you're going to want to go for in basically every single build, pretty much without fail. Level 4, this is where things get a little bit interesting. I personally like Moral Compass the best, where Divine Star fires basic attacks at 2 heroes close to its apex for 70% damage. So this is obviously nice burst damage. I feel that you're typically hitting, the apex is going to be near heroes pretty much every single time anyway, just in terms of your positioning with Anduin. You don't want to be right on the front line, but you want to be close enough that you can hit enemy heroes with Divine Star. That's kind of the core of how you play Anduin. It's very important to hit at least 1 and preferably 2 or more heroes with Divine Star to amplify the healing that it does to your own team. So this is nearly always going to proc for damage. Obviously, each basic attack is going to proc the free heal from the level 1, and additionally it gives you an easy way to proc Renew from level 1 too, because this is a basic attack. So even if you're kind of at long range and you're trying to save someone that's a little bit far away, you don't have, let's say, your Leap of Faith ready, you can still, if you're hitting an enemy hero with the end of the Divine Star, you're proccing the basic attack. Well, basic attack activates Renew, and then bam, you have that 50% extra healing heal over time effect added on to your flash heal. So pretty big win there. It also is going to synergize with level 13. In fact, let's just jump down to 13. As we go, I will say that the other options at level 4 are also very good. Like I said, I feel the synergies here and over here are pretty nice, but this is not super essential. It's not that important. If you really prefer one of the other level 4 talents, you could take it, and it's not going to make, honestly, that much difference. I just feel like this is the nicest one because of the synergy, particularly at level 1 and even 13 as well. So 13, I go for Push Forward. Damaging an enemy hero gives 3% move speed for 6 seconds, up to 15%. So this obviously lasts a very long time. And you can see there the synergy with the Moral Compass, right? If we hit one enemy hero with our Divine Star, and again, usually it's going to be near the apex. That's just typically how it works. Well, that's already 9% movement speed from 2 basic attacks. And the extra movement speed. You're pretty much going to trigger that almost by default in a team fight. Like in a big team fight, you are going to get 3 hits on an enemy hero, at least with 1 Divine Star. So you're already going to be 9% movement speed just by default. It doesn't take much longer, you know, your E, a basic attack, and bam, you're up to that 15% pretty much permanently through the whole team fight. So I think that makes it just by default better than in the Enchant Boots Lion Speed, which is, I think, is ironically the most popular talent at level 13, and also unquestionably, I think, the worst. It gives you 15% move speed, but only 5% if your Leap of Faith is on cooldown. So it's kind of like when you probably want the move speed the most, you don't have it. I think there is something to be said for the movement speed when you use Divine Star 13, whatever it's called. I think that's okay as well if you want more burst mobility, but I think Push Forward is going to give you, again, in the team fight when you need it most, it's going to be pretty much consistent 15% move speed at all times, which I think is better than 30% burst, and it's unquestionably better than 15% move speed, but only 5% when you mostly need it. Going to level 7 then, Binding Heal. Again, this one, I feel you can mix it up, especially if you're not comfortable using the talents at level 16 and 20. I think seeing as we are planning to take these 2 talents, Binding Heal becomes pretty much unquestionably the best one, just because of the value it's going to get in the late game. So this makes it so that when you cast Flash Heal on an ally, Anduin will heal himself automatically for free for actually a relatively reasonable amount. So I think it just inherently gets good value, bearing in mind you're always healing yourself with Divine Star anyway. This makes it so that your Flash Heal also always heals yourself too, and you should be pretty safe in your positioning as Anduin. Also worth saying, Holy Word Salvation heals yourself too. So you've got a lot of automatic self-healing. This should make it so that you almost never need to Flash Heal yourself, which I think is really useful. It just frees you up to Flash Heal your allies. You're going to be nearly always at a fairly healthy, or you should be nearly always at a fairly healthy level of health yourself. So I think it's pretty good. I do think there is something to be said for the other 2 in a situation where you are actually very worried that you are going to be the main target of the enemy team. Let's say they have a very dive-heavy team. I think, for example, going Power Word Shield here, which makes your Divine Star apply a big, heavy shield on you, could be very good. That's also another situation to take the movement speed, the 30% move speed with Divine Star at level 13, because in that sort of situation, you know, you get dived, you throw out the Divine Star, it's like, bam, big shield, big movement speed, help you escape, right? But I feel like in most sort of situations, Binding Heal is going to be the best, particularly because of the synergy down here. We'll dive into that in a second. First, Holy Word Salvation. I think Light Bomb can be good too. Again, I feel though that if you're playing as a solo player, or if you're not super coordinated with your team, from what I've seen, it seems like Light Bomb is going to really, really struggle to actually get good value. Like, it's typically going to hit 1 hero, and then it's not even that great. It's not even that great. Light Bomb is going to be very strong in a couple of situations. Number 1, where you can coordinate it in an aggressive way, but this is I think the crucial thing. To use Light Bomb well aggressively, I feel like it mostly has to be coordinated. So you could do something, let's say you have a Diablo, for example, who can get in on top of the enemy team very easily. You could do something like that. It could work really well with, let's say, a Zeratul. You could combo it with VP, Void Prison, and get a free Light Bomb basically on the enemy team. That could be insanely strong as well. But I feel like getting a Light Bomb that hits multiple heroes offensively, aggressively, with just random players with no real communication, that's going to be very difficult to pull off. And in my experience, Holy Word Salvation has been absolutely incredible. Even when enemy teams have a lot of interrupts, even when they do, Holy Word Salvation can be just insanely strong. I think it's massively powerful. You have to be smart about using it. You have to understand how the game works. You have to be good. You have to be able to track enemy cooldowns a bit, and the understanding what they have to interrupt and when they're going to be trying to burst your team. But if you get off well-timed Holy Word Salvations, like, this literally has the potential to completely win a team fight. It is the healer version of Mosh Pit, right? They need to save interrupts for it. It basically forces your enemy team not to use some of their abilities because they need to save them to interrupt Holy Word Salvation. Because if they don't, it's so powerful that they pretty much just lose the team fight. So yeah, for me, in most situations, Holy Word Salvation is pretty much a no-brainer. Oh, I actually forgot to say, the other situation, so I was talking about Light Bomb. I'm saying offensively, aggressively, I feel it's very difficult to use. I do think that the right time, certainly to take Light Bomb, is in a situation where, again, you are going to be the main target of the enemy team. Like, they have a heavy dive composition with plenty of CC, and you're going, they're going to dive in on top of me. My team doesn't have enough peel to keep me safe. If I try to use Holy Word Salvation to save myself, they're just going to stun me out of it. It's not going to do anything. In that situation, again, especially if they're melee heroes, they're going to be in on top of you. So, for example, if you're scared of a Butcher, for example, Light Bomb could be really good to save yourself from a Butcher. You know, Butcher charges in on you, you cast Light Bomb on yourself just before he hits, and it's like a guaranteed shield on yourself. It's a guaranteed stun on the Butcher to try to keep yourself safe for that little bit of extra time. So I think that's pretty much the place for that. But I'd expect that Light Bomb will probably get a bit better as people get more used to using it, and perhaps if you're on voice comms. For me, I'm hardcore Holy Word Salvation fanboy though in most cases. Okay, now let's come down to the really crazy late game part of this build. Level 16, Inner Focus. Activate to reset the cooldown of Flash Heal, and its next cast heals for 40% more. Damaging enemy heroes with Divine Star reduces the cooldown by 10 seconds. So it has, I think it's a 20-second cooldown by default. Okay. And you can reduce the cooldown by 10 seconds whenever you hit with Divine Star. So this just by itself is a ton of single target healing, right? You can Flash Heal someone, Inner Focus, Flash Heal them again, throw out Divine Star, hit 2 people with Divine Star. Then you could even Flash Heal, Inner Focus, Flash Heal once again. The cooldown's actually very short, and the amount of single target burst healing it gives you is absolutely phenomenal. It's very strong. So for me, this is the thing to go for, in particular because of how it works with level 20 as well. And this one took me a bit by surprise. When I first saw this, I thought it sucked. But then when I played it with Inner Focus, I went, okay, no, this is actually insane. So you're going to grab Desperate Prayer. So you can activate this, and it will instantly heal an allied hero for a big chunk of health, but it will stun Anduin for 2 seconds. And it will also put Flash Heal on a 10-second cooldown. Well, this gives you, you can obviously see the synergies here, because Inner Focus resets the cooldown of Flash Heal. So it doesn't matter that you're putting it on the longer cooldown. You can essentially completely remove this by using Inner Focus after you've used Desperate Prayer. Bam, Flash Heal, forget about this longer cooldown, instantly reset, and you just get a massive amount of single target healing. So you can go in, you can Flash Heal someone, you can Desperate Prayer them, then you can Inner Focus, Flash Heal them again, throw out the Divine Star for even more healing, and bam, it's just an immense amount of single target healing, which is Anduin's biggest weakness as well without this particular talent build, right? You do quite a bit of AoE healing with your Divine Star. You obviously are kind of churning out some consistent healing with Flash Heal and with your level 1 talents here. And Holy Word Salvation is a ton of AoE healing and protection. But that single target healing, if they're solo focusing someone, you kind of struggle a bit with that. You can obviously Leap of Faith someone away, but in terms of actually healing, a little bit more challenging, I think. A little bit more challenging. This gives you an absolutely insane amount of healing, though. Absolutely crazy amount of healing. And just the playmaking potential of this build is crazy. With Leap of Faith, with Holy Word Salvation, you know, with Inner Focus, with Desperate Prayer, like the amount of awesome plays you can make it's just mind-boggling. I'm gonna try get you guys another video of it, because I did one video of this, which I'm probably gonna stick up. It came at the end of a stream and it's super salty, so there's just mega rant and I'm super sarcastic and stuff, so I understand that it's not for everybody at all, which is why I kind of wanted to make this video. But I was actually running that build in that particular game, and you could just see how insanely effective it is. It's absolutely insane when this build works well. I really think it's very powerful, and could even push Anduin very easily into being like a tier 1 healer. I really do believe that. So yeah, this is what I would recommend for you guys. If you haven't played this build, I'd recommend to check it out. And like I said, you can feel free to switch up level 4 if you want. The extra range on its basic attack is pretty decent. Like, none of them are at level 4 that good, but you can mix it up. You can mix up level 13 if you need to, and whatnot. But yeah, this is the build I'm going to be going with in pretty much every game. I'm really happy with it, and hopefully you guys are too. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want more of these build type videos, and I'll see you all next time for more Here's the Storm and other stuff too. See you all then. Bye bye.